What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. I think it's really important to be fully transparent with you guys whenever we're talking about something that develops and changes. I'm talking about my previous video with the case ratios. When I talked about the case ratios, they came from a sample size of 10 cases, and with a normal product, I would have thought that was a really good sample size to tell you guys pull rates from Kaiba collection. For a normal set, 10 cases is a pretty good sample size. And then there was another 10 cases pulled on a Facebook group that had even worse ratios for Ash Blossom and certain cards. So I was thinking that it was likely to be relatively true, but at the same time, that already shows variance in the ability for pull rates. Now, Konami has made an official statement about this on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Reddit with their verified account, and we'll get into that in a second. But I'm going to tell you why the 10 cases isn't necessarily a good sample size, and I should have considered this with the own words coming out of my mouth. Kaiba's collection cases cost half the MSRP of a regular case. That means that I'm looking at, realistically, versus a core set, maybe 5 cases, which is still a decent sample size, but it's not definitive. There's luck and variance in what you can pull, even in 5 cases. I've seen stores that have had trouble. Heck, in the past, PPG were missing their secret rares in a product run of several cases, if you might recall. So cases, about 5 cases of a regular core set, 10 cases of this product, isn't the best and most definitive sample size, and there's going to be luck and variance in your pulls no matter what, even on, I guess, a scale of this large. So Konami says this under their Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG EU account. It's a verified account here on Reddit, and I think it's really cool that they're coming out and actually communicating and talking with people over what they've seen on social media, what they were talking about, and addressing issues. This is actually really awesome. There are no short prints specified in the Legendary Collection Kaiba Mega Packs card list. Bear in mind that the odds of each card are based on an entire production run and not on an individual pack or display. So I believe a display, what they're talking about here, is about a case. I would think that's a display. That would be 12 boxes, so a display should be 1 case. While there may be some variances if one was to compare the pull rates from a few dozen packs, it all evens out when you look at the print runs as a whole. Well, yeah, it's still a lot more than a few dozen when you're looking at 10, but I get what they're saying here. They're basically saying that in their production line, they have made sure that there's basically an equal amount of all cards, I would assume. Now, short print typically means like that there's maybe a lot less in a production run, and we haven't seen that from any of the cards in my original ratios besides Double Summon, which was ridiculously low for some reason. The rest of the cards realistically seem to be half printed, not really short printed, which is kind of a newer thing that we have seen from Konami products in the past, that where it's not necessarily going to be the hardest thing in the world to get, but on a production run it's still harder to get than the rest of the cards. So I don't think short print's the proper term, but I don't think they're dancing around with terms here. I think they're straight up saying that in our product here, we've made sure that there's equal amount of cards and they're distributed randomly, and it's all up to luck. I really appreciate you guys doing this, Konami, actually coming out and talking to the community about it, and I do look forward to future pull rates to see and confirm that what you're saying is true here from Konami Euro. And I'm wondering if it's only Europe that's verifying this. We've seen different production runs, which is why for a while Mechaba was so much cheaper in Germany, in Fusion Enforcers. We have seen different pull ratios in the past as well, so I'm hoping this is for the USA too. And let's go ahead and read some of these responses real quick. The first one, most up, all the speculation almost made me cancel my pre-order of 5 boxes. The short print talk really isn't healthy for the game, but it's not only the community's fault. If short prints would be announced beforehand or completely removed, we wouldn't have these issues. I guess we should stop pre-ordering then. Glad this got addressed early this time. Okay, so first off, my ratios video, I thought the ratios were actually really good. If you were spending a regular case of product, you were going to receive 4 Ash Blossoms if it was just 2 per case. But now it seems that you have a chance for even more according to Konami. Now, the speculation on pre-ordering, this is going to be one of the best 2 sets of the year. Facing Battles of Legend is going to be rough. Battles of Legend was last year's set of the year. Nobody has argued it. Everybody was really floored and amazed. We got Minerva the Privacy card. We got Crystal Wing, which was a relevant like $60 card at the time. We got so many mini cards that were $10 plus, like Artifact Sanctum, Into the Void, hard reprints that hadn't got a reprint like over 10 years for their first reprint, and it was really awesome, along with new product like Giant Rex and a double evolution pill that would eventually impact the meta. I'm saying that this is actually a contender. Legendary Collection is actually a contender with Battles of Legend mayhaps. It's a close call, but even at the pull rates that I was describing, that was pretty decent. It was more than a regular secret rare, because in a core set, you have about 3 of each secret per case with variants there. On average, there are 8 different secret rares. You get 2 per box, and in a case that's 12 boxes, 24 secrets. Divide by 8, that's about a playset per secret. So at the pull rates that I was mentioning, it was actually better than a core set at the same price for your pull rate of Ash Blossom. Now, a lot of people were hoping that it would be like, you buy a box and you get an Ash. Like, a lot of people were thinking it might be similar to that. Ash is no promo, and at the same time, you have to do similar math. You have 6 Ultras per pack. You have 3 packs per product, which is 18 total Ultras, and then 12 boxes. So you're getting to this number of 12 times 18. I think that's somewhere around 200 some odd. That is actually going to then divide by the number of Ultras in the set, which I think is around 60. That's about 3 point some odd per Ultra, if not around 4. So it would seem that, you should be pulling around, 4 of certain Ultras and perhaps 2 based on luck and variance. And if you got all your cases from the same pull, very similar to how PPG secrets were missing, you might get the same print run that would have said ratios. I really should have considered this more when bringing the information to you guys, more so as stating it like fact. I should have given more disclaimers saying that this is a 10 case ratio pull. Take it as what you may, take it as what you will. I didn't mean it to actually discriminate against the set. I didn't mean it to say value this set and buy it or don't buy it. I meant to give it to you as information that I received, that I saw online from a reliable source, and it should have been taken, in a sense that these guys wouldn't have been dishonest, but at the same time, I didn't consider luck and variance. I didn't consider that it would be this way, and I apologize directly to anybody who got upset about this, who might have, taken this a certain way. I personally thought the ratios were still great, if that's what they were, but here, Konami has definitively said, look guys, there's no short prints in this product. So I really do look forward to seeing a lot of you guys pull rates, and hopefully in the future, I'd like you guys to comment down below once you do get your packs and cases for whoever did pre-order this product. I want you guys to tell me your pull rates and luck with the set. I think this almost seems like it's directly addressing the 3 packs with no hand traps at all, because they're basically addressing the size of 1 case. And a couple of packs. They say a few dozen packs. But at the same time, I still think that 10 cases was a rather small ratio for this specific product. I think it would be a relatively good measuring dipstick for a regular core set or regular product, where we actually did see a few things happen with production runs. If you remember, what was the set? I think it was NECH, where people pulled a ton of like super polymerizations, the newer one, ultra polymerization or whatever it's called, and Zarks. They just pulled a ton. That's Macker, isn't it? Maximum Crisis. They were pulling like half the cases, those, and being really upset. That again was still cases, plural, that happened to people on, and not a full production run. So I think if we look to past examples, I should have been much more forewarning on the information, and I think it's really cool to also see a public reply from Konami about the issue. I really hope that they do this more. Konami Europe, you've been paving the road, man. The Twitch chat being open, your coverage of your events, and now this, it just makes me believe in Konami Europe is like the best, what we really want. They actually set aside places for tubers at their events as well to have a place to interview duelists. They're just really rocking the world over at Konami Europe, and it's kind of looking at them wishing, I would like you to be over here too, guys. I love you guys. But thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know what you think of this situation. In the future, I've definitely learned a lesson, and I hope to bring you more accurate information or more forewarning, like, hey guys, this is 10 cases, this is what these guys pulled. I would like to tell you guys that, like, let me get a close-up with you guys. I really do want to bring you guys the most, availability and information that there is, and I wouldn't want to do anything else, and that's why I'm doing this video. No one's telling me to do it. I'm doing this for you guys, and I definitely want to be as transparent as possible at all times with you guys. Whenever anything like this contradicts my information directly, especially from the source, I want to tell you guys about it. So thanks for watching, and I appreciate all of you guys.